Good day, everyone, especially to our teacher, Miss Janelo Capino. Good day, Miss. So before we proceed to our topic, let me introduce first myself. So hello, I'm Glenda Deleso, a BSA 3 student from University of Cebu main campus. So for today's video, I am here to discuss the Dutiable insurance and freight. By the way, this is Tariff Management 325C Customs Value System of CMO 22 to 2007. So here's the first problem that we will discuss for today, okay? Okay. So we have here the first problem. Number 1, Uzumaki Naruto Corporation imported sales with an FOB value of $30,000. How much is the dutiable insurance? So, A, $600, B, $1,200, C, 600 pesos, D, 1,200 pesos, E, none of the choices, and then we have the answer here is $600, which is letter A. So, here's the solution. Kung ano nga $600 ang answer. So, according to rule number 2 in insurance, in order to get the dutiable insurance, you just have to multiply the FOB and the 2% of the insurance FOB. And we have the FOB of $30,000 times na to sa 0.02 nga steals. And then we have the dutiable insurance na $600. The next problem. Saski Transport imported tires which arrive at the port of Zamboanga with a CFR value of $25,000. The representative presented a commercial invoice indicating the following expenses: freight at $5,000 and insurance at $500. How much is the dutiable insurance? Letter A, $400, B, $800, C, $500, D, $1,000, or E, none of the choices. So our answer here is $500, letter C. So here's the solution. According to rule number 5 in insurance, mag-which is ever higher ta sa commercial invoice and then sa insurance nga 2% of the FOB. So our commercial invoice or insurance which is $500, which is also given na siya daan sa problem. So since CFR money, so magkuha tag first sa CFR to get the FOB. So, CFR na to is $25,000. I-minus na to sa freight nga $5,000. And then we have the $20,000 of the FOB. And then, times sa 0.02 nga tires. And then we have the insurance of $400. So, as you can see, mas taas ang $500. So, our dutiable insurance is the $500 by the commercial invoice. And that's our answer. The next problem. Kunuha Sports imported for head protectors which arrive at the port of Surigao with a CFR value of $30,000. A local insurance worth $50,000 was provided. How much is the dutiable insurance if the freight is $5,000 and the rate of exchange is 40 pesos or $1? Letter A, $1,250, B, $500, C, $1,000, D, $600, E, $1,200. So our answer here is $1,200, letter A. So here's the solution. According to rule number 4 in insurance, mag-which is ever higher yapunta. On the right side, we have here the solution. CFR, we have $30,000. I-minus na to sa freight ng $5,000. And then we have the FOB of $25,000. I-times ito sa 0.02 ng insurance. And then we have the insurance of $500. On the right side, we have the local insurance. I-divide na to sa rate of exchange to get the insurance. So, ang atong local insurance kaya natay 50,000 pesos. And divided na to sa rate of exchange na to nga 40 pesos or the $1. And then we have the $1,250. So, as you can see, mas taas ang $1,250. So, since mataas ni, so this is our dutiable insurance for this problem. Next problem. Konoha Sports imported for head protectors which arrive at the port of Surigao with a CFR value of $30,000, a local insurance worth of 50,000 pesos was provided together with its certificate and official receipt. How much is the dutiable insurance if the freight is $5,000 and the rate of exchange is 40 pesos or $1? So letter A, $1,250, B, $500, C, $1,000, D, $600, or E, $1,200. So our answer here is letter A, $1,250. So here's the solution. According to rule number 3 in insurance, we have here the local insurance with certification and receipt. I-divide lang nato sa rate of exchange to get the insurance. So ang atong local insurance is 50,000 pesos. I-divide nato sa rate of exchange nga 40 pesos or $1, and then we have the dutiable insurance nga $1,250, $250, and that's the answer of this problem. Next problem, Department of Education imported plastic covers with a CFR value of $20,000. The original GSIS Marine Open Policy was presented amounting 18,000 pesos. How much is the dutiable insurance if the rate of exchange is 50 pesos or $1 and the freight is $3,000? Letter A, $340, B, $680, C, $400, D, $800, or E, $360. And our answer here is letter E, $360. So here's the solution of this problem. According to rule number 6, insurance, we have here the original GSIS Marine Open Policy. I-divide natin sa rate of exchange to get the insurance. O, ang atong original GSIS Marine Open Policy kay natay 18,000 pesos. I-divide nato sa rate of exchange natay rate of exchange nga 50 pesos or $1. We have the dutiable insurance nga $360, and that's our answer of this problem. Next problem, Department of Education imported plastic covers with a CFR value of $25,000. The entry indicated freight charges at $4,000 and insurance at $400. How much is the dutiable insurance if the rate of the exchange is 50 pesos or $1? Letter A, $420, B, $840, C, $500, D, $1,000, or E, $400. Our answer here is $420, letter A. So here's the solution of this problem. So according to rule number 5 of insurance, which is ever higher ta sa entry of insurance and sa FOB nga insurance. So our entry insurance, we have $400, which is given na siya daan sa problem, versus nato sa CFR. Again, CFR, to get the FOB, we need to subtract the CFR and the freight. Ang atong CFR is $25,000, minus na sa freight yung $4,000, and then we have $21,000 nga FOB, and then i-times na to or multiply na to sa 0.02 nga plastic cover nga insurance of the FOB, and then we have the insurance of $420. So obviously mas taas ang $420 nga sa 2%. So ang atong dutiable insurance is $420. So, the next problem, tons of rice arrive at the port of Manila with a total CIP value of $50,000. The representative submitted the bill of lading indicating the freight charges of $4,000. On the other hand, after further perusal of the document submitted, it was found that the freight charges and insurance were indicated in the invoice of $4,500 and the $2,500 respectively. How much is the dutiable freight? Letter A, $4,000, B, $4,500, C, $2,500, D, $50,000, or E, none of the choices. So our answer here is $4,500, which is letter B. So here's the solution of this problem. So according to rule number 2 in freight, so which is ever higher ta sa bill of lading nga freight o sa commercial invoice nga freight. So on the given nga bill of lading freight, we have $4,000, and then in the commercial invoice we have the $4,500 nga given. So obviously mas taas ang $4,500 nga gikan sa commercial invoice nga freight. So this is our Dutiable freight, and this is our final answer, ang $4,500. Next problem, Minato imported suits with an FOB value of $25,000 which arrive at the subport of Dumaguete. How much is the Dutiable freight if the shipment has a gross weight of 2,500 kilograms subject to GCR rate of $0.55 per kilogram? Letter A, $1,375, B, $1,000, C, $400, D, $2,500, or E, none of the choices. So our answer here is letter A, $1,375. So here's the solution. In rule number 5, according to this rule in freight based on GCR. So to get the GCR freight or the Dutiable freight, we have to multiply the total gross weight and the GCR rate. So, our total gross weight is 2,500 kilograms. I-times nato sa 0.55 nga kilogram nga dollar. So, atong Dutiable freight is $1,375, and that's our final answer of this problem. So, the next problem is, Minato imported suits with an FOB value of $25,000. The insurance and freight charges indicated in the entry are $400 and $1,000 respectively. How much is the Dutiable freight if the shipment has a gross weight of 2,500 kilograms subject to GCR rate of $0.55 per kilogram? Letter A, $1,375, B, $1,000, C, $400, D, $2,500, E, $962.50. So our answer here is $1,000. So here's the solution. According to rule number 6, mag-which is have sa freight, mag-which is ever higher ta. Sa freight entry or SAD, og total GCR times GCR rate times 0.70. So ang atong entry freight nga given sa problem is $1,000 versus nato sa 2,500 kilograms nga total GCR times nato sa GCR rate nga $0.55 times 0.70, and then we have $962.50 nga GCR rate freight. So, as you can see, mas taas ang $1,000 sa entry freight. So, this is our Dutiable freight of this problem. Next problem, a shipment of 2x40 STC frozen tuna from Hong Kong arrived at Port of Cebu. Its CFR value is $55,000. How much is the Dutiable freight if the insurance is $1,500 and the freight indicated in the bill of lading is $3,100, supported with a certification from the shipping lines? Letter A, $3,100, B, $1,500, C, $3,200, D, $1,600, or E, none of the choices. So, our answer here is letter A, $3,100. So, nga na $3,100. So, here's the solution on the next slide. According to rule number 10 in freight, since ang bill of lading nga naka-indicate na sa problem, o na siya certification na from the shipping line, so matik ang atong Dutiable freight is $3,100. So this is the final answer of this problem. Number 11. A shipment of 2x40 STC frozen tuna from Hong Kong arrived in Port of Cebu. Its CFR value is $55,000. How much is the Dutiable freight if the insurance is $1,500 and the freight indicated in the bill of lading is $3,100? Letter A, $3,100, B, $1,500, C, $3,200, D, $1,600, or E, none of the choices. So our answer here is $3,200, letter C. So here's the solution. According to rule number 10, in freight, Hong Kong rate is $1,600, 2x40 STC frozen tuna Hong Kong. Ang atong reefer freight is $1,600 times nato sa 2, natay $3,200 versus nato sa freight nga bill of lading we have $3,100 nga given as a problem without certification. So, obviously, mas taas ang 3,200 nga gikan sa Hong Kong rate. So, ang atong dutiable freight is $3,200 and that's the answer of this problem. Next problem. Sakura Flower Shop has an importation of 3x20 STC assorted plastic pots with a CFR value of $54,000, which arrived at the port of Zamboanga from port of Guangzhou. Bill of lading indicated freight charges at $4,000. How much is the dutiable freight if the insurance is $1,000? Letter A, $3,900. B, $4,000. C, $900. D, $1,000. E, or none of the choices. So, our answer here is letter B, $4,000. Here's the solution. According to rule number 10, sa freight, which is ever higher ta. Sa first, sa Guangzhou rate, ang 1 is 1,300 nga dollar. 3x20 is TC plastic pass by Guangzhou. Ang atong refer freight ani kay $1,300 i-times nato sa 3 nga plastic pots. So, we have the $3,900 i-versus nato sa bill of lading nga freight nga given da as a problem nga naatay $4,000. Then, obviously, we can see the mas taas ang 4,000 nga freight gagikan sa bill of lading. So, our dutiable freight is $4,000. And that's our final answer of this problem. Next problem. National Food Authority imported rice sacks with FOB value of $20,000. How much is the dutiable freight if the local insurance premium is 30,500 pesos while the freight in the bill of lading is $2,200? 50 pesos or $1. So, letter A, $2,200. B, $610. C, $2,000. D, $2,220. Or E, none of the choices. So, our answer here is letter D, $2,220. So, here's the solution. According to rule number 9, in freight, bill of lading freight is equals to $2,200. So, which is ever higher gyapon ta. So, we have the formula here, the CFR times nato sa 0.10 to get the freight. So, we have the FOB $20,000 and a plus nato sa freight nga $2,200 and then we have the CFR $22,200 a times nato sa 0.10 again. And then we have the freight of $2,220. Obviously, mas taas ang $2,220. So, this is our dutiable freight of this problem. The next problem. Shunadi Trading imported 20 cartons of medicine kits with FCA value of $30,000. Insurance and freight charges were indicated in the entry as follows: $600 and $895. Each carton weighs of 5 kilograms and measures 0.3 meter times 0.5 meters times 0.3 meter. How much is the dutiable freight if the IATA rate is $8.50 per kilogram? Letter A, $892.50. B, $850. C, $595. D, $1,275. Or E, $895. So, our answer here is letter E, $895. So, here's the solution of this problem. According to rule number 8, sa freight, which is ever higher gyapon ta. So, ang atong entry freight is 895, which is given na siya daan. And atong actual weight is we have 20 times 5 kilograms equals to 100 kilograms. And then the volume weight is 0.3 meter times 0.5 meter times 0.3 meter. I-divide that sa 0.06 i-times natin sa 20, and then we have the 150 kilogram. So, since naanatay CW 150 kilogram, mangitatag, magsolve tag, iyata freight to get the freight. So, 150 kilograms times nato sa 850 kilogram times nato sa 0.70 and then we have 892.50. So, as you can see, mas taas ang first nga entry or freight nga $895. So, this is our dutiable freight and 800 ang $895. And that's the final answer of this problem. The next problem. Konoha Trading imported hedgers that arrive at the NAIA with CIP value of $25,000. How much is the freight if the insurance is 2% of the FCA and the freight is 20% of the FCA? Letter A, $409.84, B, $4,098.36, C, $20,491.80, D, none of the choices. So the answer of number 15 is letter B, $4,098.36. So nga naman. So here's the solution. According to freight and insurance application, ang gipangita is freight. So the given CIP is $25,000 and the insurance is 2% of the FCA. Ang freight is 20% of the FCA. So since CIP masya to get magkuha tag FCA. So, 25,000 of the CIP dollar, i-divide na to sa 1.22. So, asa nag-ipangita nga 1.22? Ang FCA plus freight plus insurance. So, ang FCA, matik na ay 1. Ang freight, sa given, 20%. Insurance, given, 2%. Then, we have the FCA, $20,491.80. So, since we have the FCA, times na to, ang FCA nga, $20,491.80, i-times sa 0.02 nga 20% of the FCA, and then we have the insurance of $409.84. So, on the other side, nga FCA, we have $20,491.80, i-times na to sa 0.20 or 2% nga FCA, we have the freight, nga $4,098.36. So, since nga, ang gipangita na to is dutiable freight, natay $4,098.36. So, that's our final answer of this problem. Last problem. Ino Trading imported plastic flower pots from China with CIF value of $18,000. How much is the insurance if the freight is 10,000 of the FOB? I mean 10% of the FOB. So, letter A, $321.43, B, $642.86, C, $631.58, D, $315.79. So, the answer here is letter A, $321.43. So, here's the solution. According to freight and insurance application, ang pagipangita nato sa kaninga problem is insurance. So, the given CIF worth of $18,000 and the freight given is 10% of the FOB. Again, CIF, mangita sa FOB. So, first, isolve na to ang $18,000. I-divide na to sa 1.12. Again, FOB plus freight plus insurance, we have 1.12. And then we have the FOB of $16,071.43. And since we have the FOB, i-times na to sa freight nga 10% of the FOB. So, FOB $16,071.43, i-times na to sa 0.10 nga freight. Then we have the $1,607.14. And on the other side, we have the FOB of $16,071.43. I-times na to sa 2% nga FOB or 0.02 nga insurance. So, we have the insurance of $321.43 insurance. So, again, ang ipangita is dutiable insurance. So, our dutiable insurance is $321.43, and that's the final answer of this problem. And that would be all. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Have a good day and God bless.